Etifu assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Musum for you tia da woni ndue nyina be wo so ebeka be papaturu akwase balakodom montage Wood comedian montage di biem. Me ese me nkasa no ho, but since onye din yeso ye ne no a, don't forget we're working on building our studio where we'll be responding to such allegations and such claims, where we shall be presenting you the correct Islam over there, and we'll be bringing you scholars from all angles to come there and to spread the message, inshallah. The net to +233 533 499 +233 533 499 May Allah bless and reward you for supporting us. According to Sean Nation, he made a definition of Boka. Let's listen to him and analyze his video and come. The name is UTI Dawa. And you know about
we say, Emra Yesoli as a Christians, as a Muslims, yet in some bishe yetirimua. And this era woman era busa questions. Ajina ye wono ajina penokore. Nti enkofo free religion because of nchiremua yemfama nyankopa asem no. Now we be pray minyanom omoye boka fo.
Whoever has watched Sean Paul for a few days wouldn't be surprised with this claim I'm about to make right now. All what Sean Paul is trying to do or say or teach is that we need to do away with any doctrine and hold on to Quran and Sunnah. And it is so funny that we are the ones quoting the Quran and Sunnah to him. He is the one bringing his own interpretation, which is called doctrines. In this, and so funny, he is rather telling us that we are those who are following the doctrine, La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. And when we talk of doctrine, we have not less than 30 books. I have not less than 30 books written by the Ahmadiya group, which is pure doctrine of the Ahmadis. And every sect has its own doctrine, and so you can't leave your own doctrine hiding somewhere and come around and be condemning other people's doctrine when you are doing the same thing. That is the hypocrisy. And he comes in the video. This is the reason why they want to kill me. Watch and judge for yourself. Now, one, nobody wants to kill you. Nobody, who cares? Who wants to kill you? You is the one who is filled with hate. You are filled with hate, jealous, envy, one person in your heart. You have attacked everyone. Nobody wants to kill you. Who wants to kill you? Who has a time for you? It is only you and your small brains makes you think so. Comedian as you are, who has a time for you?
Because the boka obia woka asem edi ato nyankopon so minye sei so no oboa e fe ni boka.
He defines boka as someone who is lying unto God. That God said he should say this, he should say that. Meanwhile, it is a lie. But this is not definition for boka. No. Boka is a Hausa word. Boka is a Hausa word. It doesn't mean what you said, me pocho. Boka means someone obia okom wabosoman. He accepts the on okom on the friend boka. Obia owo jinni no okom na ogunsa ya paye ya from boka. Those are the people who are called boka. It is Hausa word for a fetish priest. Boka is not someone who lie in the name of God. No, a person who lies in the name of God is called Makariachi. For example, Musaylama to the Kazzab. When Musaylama lied that Allah has revealed to him that he is a prophet and was revealing ayat unto him, where he was saying, the Prophet ﷺ called him Musaylama to the Kazzab. So someone who lies is not called Boka, he's called Kazzab. So note that very well. Sean Paul, you don't know Islam. Keep mute. Let's continue.
They are all my brothers. I love them a lot. I'll never insult them. Name say who can answer someone. You better dash binum na ya kwatama to watch and said the Islam and as a religion as a whole to become a beautiful for the enemies of religion. Bravo. Yanko video no so.
Now, according to Sean Paul, he said he will never insult us. Yet they insult my mother. Yet they called my mother names. Is that not insult? Your manager is doing it. You are doing it behind us with your fake account. We know. You will never insult us, but you are calling us names. Is that not an insult? You call someone Buka. Is that not an insult? When the person is not. I am the one who has championed against Buka on my Grace platform, and the video trend a lot. This is a Quran behind me. This is a Quran behind me. I can swear by Allah Azza wa Jalla. This is a Quran. I swear by Allah Azza wa Jalla, in whom my soul is in his hand, that I don't have any dwarf. I've never had any dwarf, and I don't call upon dwarfs. I hope Sean Paul can lift a Quran and swear that I am a Buka. He should also do the same, and let's see. And if I am truthful, may Allah judge between him and us. He should do the same, and let's see if he's a man enough. If he's a Muslim, then I'm sure he's aware of what Quran does. So he should try and see.
You play videos me and sape because you two say me teachings ni no so. Yeah, uncle.
Oh, no, so invited by party over the fee.
Muntie story be another story be on.
Oh, you need to say, yeah, me may invite company. I know you Susa at a time and so you know, and no cotton punching. Ebbing or the Buffy, and no coon punchano. I'm not come punching him in the you know, and I'll say it's on your party, and no baby bites Salam, on our body party.
Boka ise komisheni so salam penso. We muntie story we you. Ne penso na blantie bi epese komisheni ebe dinifi. Opese wo ye party ema komisheni so sala no be didi. Na kwa ablante na oni sika. E na ototo susu sa na sa story na Musa kanu.
If you watch the whole video, Sean Paul is in doubt that the Prophet ﷺ could perform such miracle. There are series of miracles where the Prophet ﷺ raised people to life. He does not believe. But the funniest aspect of it is that he's calling me Boka. I'm about to show Sean Paul the biggest Boka, who is Mirza Ghulam, right now in their books. Like I said, ignorance is killing you instead of humbling yourself to learn. When you talk about these things, the ulama who have studied Islam will watch this video. I made this video probably 5 years ago, 6 years ago, and those who will watch this video today, who have knowledge of Islam, will be mocking at your intelligence. They will laugh. They will tell you it is in the books. It is in Jami Sagir. It is in many books. But I'm about to prove to you that even Ghulam believed in all these things. Let's watch this and come. There is a warning in the book called Nuzul al-Masih, page number 84. Nuzul al-Masih, page number 84. And Ahmed Mirza Ghulam states, arrange for a gathering and listen to our miracles and prophecies. The question is, what is miracle? Miracle is defined as an extraordinary and welcome event that is not explicable by natural or scientific laws and is therefore attributed to divine agency, meaning that it is something that when you hear and your memory is 1 kilobyte like that of Sean Paul, you might think it is not true. You will call it an antecedent, but in reality it did happen. When you hear it will shock you. So Sean Paul has heard it and is shocked. Let's listen to what Mirza Ghulam has to say about the miracles of the prophet. And he says, arrange for a gathering and listen to our miracles and prophecies, and continue writing the testimony of our eyewitnesses, which shall be on oath. Meaning, everything you see him doing is miracles is going to be on oath, if only you want to talk about it. If then, with the exception of our holy Prophet ﷺ, it is possible for you to present the miracles of any prophet or saint of this world in comparison to my own. He said, it is possible to present his miracle to Jesus, to that of Moses, to that of Abraham. You can compare his miracle to anybody. But when it comes to Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam's own, it is too extraordinary. You can never understand it. I didn't say this, but look at that comedian, that mediocre, that joke. That joke of the century. Sean Paul, Sean Paul, Some because of Sean Paul. He is denying that such things, where is it written? Muhammad cannot do this. It is in the books. Go and learn. Zuku. When you read Hakikatul Wahi, page number 136, it says, in order to support my claim, he, such as God, has shown so many miracles that very few prophets have appeared who manifested so many miracles. He said, God, in order for God to approve that he, Mirza Ghulam, is a prophet of God, God has used him to perform many miracles that only few prophets can perform the miracles he had performed. I am not the one saying this is coming from your books. Now go and find the meaning of miracle. Anybody on the face of this earth that does not understand miracle is a mumu. No insult. It's a description of the level of your thinking. Let's continue. And he says, have appeared who manifested so many miracles. Rather, the truth is that he has made an ocean of miracles. He has made an ocean of miracles flow forth for me to such an extent that, with the exception of our Prophet ﷺ, that such abundance cannot be seen in all parts, or in all the past prophets. Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. This is in Tatimma, Hakikatul Wahi, page number 136. So he said, God has used him to perform so many miracles that, apart from Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, there is nobody on the face of this earth that has performed miracles like Mirza Ghulam. We are not here to attack him. We are only showing you that in your books you believe in miracle, and this is miracle of the Prophet. If you believe Mirza Ghulam was miraculous, how can't the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam be miraculous? Are you reasoning or again Adana? Now, let's look at some of the miracles of these Ahmadis which they believe in. Let's look at them. We hope they come out and tell us this is also metaphor. This is also simile alliteration. They should come and tell us that too. There was a day when Hazrat Sahiba, who they call Ummul Mu'minin, she declared once upon a time that Mirza Nizamuddin had an intense fever, which also affected his brain. At this time, no other healer was available. The friends of Mirza Nizamuddin contacted Hazrat Sahib, and Hazrat Sahib immediately arrived at the location and provided an appropriate cure. The cure was that he had a rooster butchered and tied to his head. This helped. Obi Yareu. Yareu no affect nadwin or chere akukọ nyini na otwa ne ti. Ena ode chechere ne ba ne ti na ne ba no ho ton. This is one miracle. I don't want to attack this. Apart from say we boka, typical boka nyuma. Bisa in Islam, it is not allowed to use blood, human blood or animal blood to do anything. But we know much me kracha e the sign nipa ho manipa no tono. We nye boka e dadia. But let's put this aside. The point over here is that it's a miracle. You see, and no one tono. We bia oba ho tono. When you do so, oba ne ho tono. But Mirza na nebusia for my omo ho atom. So now Paul, don't push me there. Yo, there is another miraculous healing, subium, miraculous healing, and also here conditions of bait and the responsibility of Ahmadis, page number 268 to 271. I say there was an incident about where Sayyid Abdul Sattar Shah, exemplifying the 10th condition of bait, and as a bay'ah, bay'at, that the bond of love with the promised Messiah shall be unprecedented. In 1907, the youngest son of the promised Messiah, Sahib Zada Mirza Mubarak Ahmed, fell ill with severe typhoid. Note, typhoid. Someone during those days had a dream that Mubarak Ahmed was getting married. The people skilled in interpreting dreams have written that if the marriage seen in the dream is with an unknown woman, it means death. Some of them think that if such a dream is carried out literally, the death may be averted. The person who had seen the dream mentioned it and its possible interpretation to the promised Messiah, which is Mirza Ghulam. He agreed and said, the interpreters of dreams believes that the interpretation is death, but sometimes to fulfill the dream literally may avert this outcome. Let us therefore get married. Ahmed married. And now or yes, I do it. So in order to cure Neba from dying in Pono, marriage can save life from dying, from death. So in order to save his son from typhoid ailment and from dying, marriage was the best solution. Owareyana, Nebano typhoid no wion ejirai. I wonder which kind of treatment in here. Oh, you're a typhoid. Today, say typhoid. Oh, you're a typhoid. Men hospital. Koware. Oh, are pe asan. Why? Continue. Third miracle. Yenina yenim say among the teachings of the Ahmadis is that jinnis. There is no evidence from the Quran or Sunnah, according to Ahmadis, of the existence of such jinni that can affect human blood. That they think it is bacteria or it is some kind of sickness, but it is not any living thing that is living. But even though some of their preachers today are saying they are Jews, some are saying they are genius. Shamboli says it is genius, but according to their doctrine, it is referring to some sickness. It could be bacteria, germs, like snakes, because if jinni, per definition, is something which is not visible or something which is hidden. You understand? So hidden snakes or bacteria or germs could all be called jinni, according to their understanding and their doctrine. And that is it on your screen. We just bringing you everything from their own books. So when they begin to deny, we bring you the sources where we gathered all those books from. Like I had said, I have plenty of books and I'm still downloading them. So having noticed this, let's look at the awkward thing over here. The Ahmadiyyas have one darling Khalifa. His name is Maulana Rajeki. In his autobiography, one incident happened in a village called Sadulapur. And it says, once during a time of promised Messiah, of whom peace be, a young girl in Sadulapur had a severe episode of which is also known as being possessed. Note, they said, we are doing business. We are going to show you Senior Boka doing serious business over here. Such that being taken by a demon and her relatives sent for and exorcised from far and away for treatment. Far and away for treatment. Meaning the lady was being attacked by a demon and she was sent far away for treatment. Now, but when this exorcist started treating this girl, she abused them and even hit them with bricks. Afterwards, Maulvi Gaus, which is Gaus Muhammad Saib al-Ahmadi, that's they said Radiallahu Anhu, who was a resident of this village and had some experience in this kind of procedures, was also called to treat this girl. But the girl treated him like the earlier exorcist. Finally, Maulvi Gaus Muhammad Saib gave a letter to a man and rushed him towards me on a horse with the message that I should reach the place of Sadulapur as soon as possible. Now, so I reached the aforementioned place right away and met Maulvi Gaus Sahib and inquired about the situation. He narrated the whole story of the girl and took me with him to the house of the girl. When I arrived, I found a large number of creatures on the rooftops around the mansion who were watching. It is the wisdom of God that when I entered the mansion of this girl right away, she brought a cot for me in the yard and laid it down for me to sit. So I sat on that cot and ordered that demon who had possessed the girl that he should leave this girl and go away. These are people who don't believe in demons, but this is coming from they are darling Maulifi, unless they call him a liar. If I am lying, he's lying. This is coming from your own sources, not me. This demon said that you are our elder and leader, so your command is absolutely to be obeyed. So the demon said, the bacteria or the germ was able to talk that this Molivi is actually their leader. So the Ahmadis, your leaders are jinnis. So jinnis are talking from you and they are talking within you. So that's the problem. But before I leave, I will demolish the pillar supporting the roof of this house. That's what the condition the jinni gave. I said this is not fair. And that Molivi said it's not fair. It will cost a lot to these families. After hearing this, he said, well, then I will throw down the 3 rows of utensils on the shelf in front of me. So this is actually spiritual matters. I understand that there is no harm in it. So when she was sitting next to me in the courtyard, as soon as the demon said his departing salutation to me, immediately 3 rows of earthen pot in the room, which was at a distance from us, in which multiple sticks of 7 to 8 pots each were kept, fell down with a big bang, and at the same time the patient read the kalima and became conscious. I found these spiritual blessings of Hazrat Akdas to be useful in preaching, and after that field of preaching became very smooth for me in this area. Alhamdulillah. But this is coming from you, so you can even heal people. You see, even jinni see you and salute you. But me, I believe in miracle. I know miracles do work, and I know science cannot define miracle. And so when we talk, we don't do an answer. We bring you evidence. In fact, you are denying. They are in your books. Mirza Ghulam believes in miracle. He said the prophet did greater miracles that he can never do a miracle like his own. Yet you are there denying a small miracle I told you. Are you a Muslim? Are you indeed a Muslim? The Ahmadis also believe in another miracle performed by Mirza Ghulam. And this will shock you. It will shock you. Unless they tell us in their books there are answers. Hazrat Mirza Ghulam Ahmed. Even though these books are not ahadith, what Sean Paul is calling an answer and doctrine are ahadith. This is what you call doctrine. Hazrat Mirza Ghulam Ahmed. And they say what they say unto him. Said they perform miracles. For instance, there was a student called Abdul Karim who contracted rabies. In those days, there was no cure for rabies, no antibiotics. So the doctors gave up. The entire doctors, so they gave up. But there you go. Hazrat Mirza Ghulam prayed and the person was cured. There are many more, like learning 40,000 Arabic root words in a single night. He learned 40,000 Arabic root words in a single night, etc. And this one, I'm not the one saying this. So let's check from their own website. It is there. And their own scholars are going to prove this. So first of all, I'm about to screen record everything. So listen and enjoy yourself.
The doctor considered that the Prophet Muhammad's greatest miracle was or is the recovery of that boy Abdul Karim from Hyderabad who suffered from rabies, and about whom a message came from Kasauli. Sorry, nothing can be done for Abdul Karim.
That's right. I also mentioned it in one of my recent interviews.
The doctor considered that the Prophet Muhammad's greatest miracle was or is the recovery of that boy Abdul Karim from Hyderabad who suffered from rabies, and about whom a message came from Kasauli. Sorry, nothing can be done for Abdul Karim.
That's right. I also mentioned it in one of my recent interviews.
He confirmed, it was questioned to him, and he even confirmed, yes, he has even said it in one of his lectures, that Mirza Ghulam had to pray, and a person who is suffering from rabies was healed at once. What will Sean Paul say about this? An answer, or it is what? I am not the one saying these things. The problem with Sean Paul is the comedy has eaten his brains. He does not learn. He does not learn. Let's end it here, else I might offend some of my Ahmadi friends. I don't want to go deeper. let's just cut things short. I say it the way it is. Inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Moreover, when St. Paul said we are doing an antisem, even with authentic sources and authentic proofs, that's some of them on the screen that Prophet ﷺ raised, did these miracles. He is the one doing the greatest antisem of all time. He made an explanation of this hadith in Mishkat al-Masabih. That hadith is da'if. The Prophet ﷺ never said anything like that. Yet he said, the Prophet had said it. Meanwhile, it is da'if. Even though I explained in my previous video that even if it is that is it, he was false. But this is it. The Prophet ﷺ never said it. It is da'if. Yet St. Paul was saying,
Kazaman ya bantempa la yabqa min al-islam illa ismuhu. Se enka biribi ewo islam mu ni din ko islam ni so na hwinim.
He made an explanation of this hadith in Mishkat al-Masabih. That hadith is da'if. The Prophet ﷺ never said anything like that. Yet he said, the Prophet had said it. Meanwhile, it is da'if. Even though I explained in my previous video that even if it is that is it, he was false. But this is it. The Prophet ﷺ never said it. It is da'if. Yet St. Paul was saying, Hong Kong. Yeah, I was saying, Zuku. I swear. Me and Famu, I don't stand to lose anything.